One of the first things that people think about when they are asked about India is the Taj Mahal. The Taj Mahal is an example of beauty, an example of purity, an example of love. With its grand domes, large arches, and white color, it is truly a sight to behold. Whether you see it in person or you see it in a picture, you're truly struck by its striking beauty and contrast, and it's completely different than anything you've ever seen before. Built by the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan in 1684, the Taj Mahal was a testament of his love to his third wife Mumtaz. Now, as we all know, in Islam, you can have multiple wives. Mumtaz was one of them, but she was said to be one of his favorite wives, and that's why he dedicated this to her. Now, as her tomb, he wanted it to be something spectacular, and that's why such a vast array of resources went into it. And it's truly a striking building. Now, the Taj Mahal stands. Three things really describe the Taj Mahal. Those are the story of love, the story of hard work, and the story of betrayal. Now, the Taj Mahal has existed for 700 years, but in the end, the basis of its existence has always been love. The Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan, who was the fifth Mughal emperor, created the Taj Mahal in honor of his wife, Mumtaz. Usually the Mughals left terror in their wake, and they bullied and incessantly beat the citizens of India. But in this case, they truly created something striking that could last for the ages and truly redefine India as a whole. Now, even its history is a little bloody. Many people don't realize it because of its white structure, but even the Taj Mahal has a bloody history. Now, Mumtaz was the Shah's third wife, and they fell in love, and when she passed away, he wanted to create a mausoleum. Many people don't realize that the Taj Mahal, like I said, is actually a tomb. So as her tomb, he created something that could everlast and put her image into the people for the rest of her life and as a commemorative thing. He tried to create something as beautiful as she was so that her beauty could be recognized through the ages. If you kind of think of it, it's an eternal love story. Very romantic, very beautiful. Something that couples would go to and just have a good moment with. It's just a truly striking thing, a truly striking building, and just a beautiful story behind it of love, of sacrifice, and the willing to do anything for the person you truly are meant to be with. Now, the Taj Mahal, as you can see, is a beautiful structure, but there's such amount of hard work that they went into it. The architect behind the Taj Mahal was Ustad Ahmed Lori. Ustad Ahmed Lori was a renowned architect of Persian origin who was Indian, but of course from Persia. When he looked at the Taj Mahal and he tried to create the vision, he wanted something that would essentially be a mix of different types of styles. It would be Indian architecture, Persian architecture, Mongolian architecture. He wanted to create something that was truly unique and truly different than what usually they have. He wanted to create something, like I said, that will last through the ages. Now, and he did. Now, with the aid of 30,000 workers, and 23 years, and 32 million rupees, which at this time would be around 500 million to $1 billion, the rough estimate, no one actually knows what the exact amount is, was used in order to create it. Anywhere from stone cutters to sculptors to builders were used of those 30,000 people, and they were all masters. No one was their apprentice. They were all at the top of their trade, and they were all used to make the Taj Mahal. After 23 years, from 1632 to 1655, it was built, and 5 parts were constructed. The parts were the darwaza, which is the doorway, the nakib, the bagiza, which is the waterway, the nakirkana, which is the house, the masjid, which is the mosque, and the rawza, which is the actual tomb itself. Now these parts comprise the Taj Mahal. The tomb, or the rawza, was actually made by 1648, but the whole complex wasn't constructed until 1655. A truly massive construction. Now, overall, these things, there's so much that goes into the Taj Mahal, and so many different things that really defined it, and there's so much work that the hard work that went into it and the resources is truly surprising. So much marble, pure marble building that's over the complex. The building itself is over 150 feet in length. It's truly amazing. The last thing that many people don't know about the Taj Mahal is its bloody history. Now, when people look at it, like I said, they think of purity, they think of love, they think of happiness. Well, that is not the Taj Mahal in essence. The Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan used 30,000 people over 23 years to construct it. At the end of those 23 years, when everyone had built it, he cut off the hand of every skilled worker that was used to build the Taj Mahal, and he blinded all the architects in order to make sure that no one could rebuild his masterpiece. A truly brutal fate, considering what they had just built was something so beautiful, and they had done something so impeccably well, and done it for you, even though they were being paid to do so. They'd done it for the emperor, and they just slaughtered them like lambs. But then, the story doesn't end there. Like I said before, the Taj Mahal is not a finished product. It is actually unfinished. The Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan wanted to create right across from the white Taj Mahal a black Taj Mahal made entirely of marble. Black marble. He wanted to be white and black, white to represent his pure beauty of a wife, black to represent his tarnished soul, and him. But before he got to do that, his son Aurangzeb, the sixth Mughal emperor, raised a coup d'etat, imprisoned him, killed all of his brothers, and took over the throne. Shah Jahan then spent most of his life in a jail on a cliff where there was one window, and in that window he was able to see the Taj Mahal every night. Not during the day, because it was slit over the day. Just during the night, the slit would open and he would be able to see his wife in her beauty under the moonlight. And that is truly the story of the Taj Mahal, according to Agra, India. It's a beautiful story, a terrifying story, a story of true betrayal, a story of different things. It's just surprising, because when you look at something with so much beauty, so much architecture, so much culture, you don't realize that maybe its essence is so dirty, and its essence is so tarnished by the blood that was spilled of 30,000 people. And then even the man who had it made, his blood was spilled over it too. It's truly, you could say, a curse. Now the Taj Mahal is known as a symbol of love. It's a result of copious amounts of hard work, and it's surrounded in bloody history. But in the end, it's still the same striking building we see today, and it's still the landmark of India, and really shows that no matter what anything seems like, you can't judge a book by its cover. Everything has a secret for it, or under it, and that we have to look and peel through the layers and find it out and make our own judgment.